Greetings, my beautiful kings and queens of you stopping by. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sis Kathy Vet coming to you with another Country Wayne skit from these Country Wayne streets. Let's get into it. Okay, let's get in here for another round. When Shayla tells Anthony and Denisha they're still wrong. Ooh, let's see how this go.
She coming out? Perfect. And just one more thing before we leave. You two are dead wrong.
Excuse me?
Making that child believe that I'm a bad person all because y'all are not doing things correctly the way that you need to be doing them.
Thank you. She got a point.
So it's not my fault that your son overheard me putting him in check. So I don't know what happened and why you felt like I don't mind apologizing to him. See, that's the thing about being an accountable adult. You saying watch my words as an adult. Well, I'm watching my actions too, and I'm not too good to apologize when I'm wrong. But making your son believe that I'm a bad person, that I'm in the wrong because y'all haven't been handling business the correct way. I mean, he was in my second living room. I have a big house. How was I supposed to know that he heard me say that? As a parent, you should be accountable and not even allow your child to get in that situation. You was cool with that? Letting your son come to my house, knowing the relationship that we've had?
Shayla, we just went through this, okay?
I'm just saying.
So leave it at that.
No, I'm not. Because y'all are wrong and y'all are not going to make me the villain here. You're not going to make me the bad person just because y'all have weird family dynamics that have nothing to do with me and my son.
Weird family dynamics. Okay, Shayla.
Well, okay, you might be pissed off, Denisha. And you goofy behind Anthony. You don't know you're behind from a hole in the wall. But you sit up here and got this girl in this situation. She's sitting up here going along with this crazy situation with your married tale. Now you involved in her son. You got her living up in your marital home. And with a divorce that's not final. Wife can roll up in there at any time. You don't even have a room for Kai, which Shayla don't even know yet about this whole room setup. It's trash. And as crazy as Shayla is and as raggedy as she is because of the situation with Iman, she was running around doing the same thing with a weird family dynamic with this man around Kai or whatever, smoking weed and all that madness. So you really ain't one to be talking. Shayla, having a baby coming over smell like weed. You had a lot of stuff going on too. Okay, wanted that man to be a stepfather to your child too. But in this respect, that aside for a minute, what she's saying with this dynamic is wild. Because with that being said, Shayla and Iman, neither one of them was married. Shayla already, we ain't gonna go there, never mind. Because she got involved in some crap and with a married man. So I know many of y'all are gonna say she can't talk. But with all that craziness aside, in this instant, is she wrong? And what she's saying. Forget, oh, that's hypocritical, Shayla, with all the stuff you did. You and Iman, with Kai. You know, you with Amber and Anthony, we know that. But what she's saying to them, we know Shayla's wrong as two left feet. But what she's saying to them right now is true. It is a dynamic that she shouldn't be in. And maybe Shayla, speaking from experience, because she was in some mess she shouldn't have been in. So sometimes we can talk based on what we trying to learn and what we've experienced. She was dead wrong in her situation. So she can speak to Denisha, listen, I did some mess like this before that I shouldn't have did. This is how I got my son. But I love him to death, and this is the dynamic we have right now. I did wrong by my best friend with her husband. You, Denisha, is doing the same thing. They are not divorced. They still married. You can very well wind up coming up pregnant too. How you going to feel if the man never divorced her? So you can sometimes address somebody based on what you've been through. We know Shayla raggedy. She care less. But, you know, that's how people do. They teach what they need to know. But, yeah, you can laugh it off, Denisha. But you are dead wrong. Putting your son in that position and being in this situation with Anthony.
We're not gonna
Okay,
get into that conversation.
well, I'm glad that's hilarious to you. All I did was you ain't never put your baby daddy in check. You ain't never had to check your baby dad
Sure did.
about your child. That's abnormal to you. You have a son.
Yup.
Yeah, I've checked my baby daddy before.
Okay,
It's
then.
not
So
in the same way.
But still,
let's not act
We
like
don't know
I
what
just,
you
what I
said.
did was just so horrible, and I'm just such a. You know, I'm not a bad Anthony. You know me. You know the kind of person I am. I'm not a bad person. So don't make me the bad person around here. Is all I'm saying. I don't care what y'all
Anthony
think about
like,
me.
yeah, okay, you
That's on
done
y'all,
some
but your
bad
son,
crap. Get out of here with that,
I do
Shayla.
not want him thinking that I'm a bad person.
Well, you said sorry, so hopefully he doesn't think that.
Okay. I guess I'm the leader around here. I lead by example.
The leader.
Girl, you ain't no leader.
The leader.
The leader, right. Actually being accountable for my actions. You know anything about that? I know you don't. You don't care. You just here for the ride.
You just
Come on,
here for the
Kai.
ride.
We come on, sweetie pie. You ready to go?
Bye, Bubba.
Well, you should know your baby daddy. You always here for the ride.
Come on, baby. You come with mommy.
He's like, I ain't ready to go.
Bye.
Bye.
He said that room upstairs is fun.
Bye-bye.
You got the fan It's hot.
Weird family dynamics, huh?
Okay.
It is.
Interesting. Somehow she even entered the family.
Anthony, you not gonna help me? Get him in the car at least.
Go help her. She the one wanted to wear heels over here to come get the child.
She got to tell you to go help with your son, Anthony. You need permission from her to do that? Oh, this going to be interesting. Yeah, Denisha, Shay don't got no problem checking nobody. So you'll know. But are you thinking about the weird family dynamic you got involved in? Yes, how she coming to the family. Messed up. Yeah, I know you thinking she ain't want to talk. But do you want to follow in her footsteps? Because you ain't no better, Denisha, than Shayla. Because you ain't had no baby yet? That's very well possible. But you bringing your baby into the equation. Shayla didn't have one. They made a baby, but you bringing your baby into the mess. So are you any better? Are you really any better? Okay, the battle of Nene and Shay is on, y'all, because you can best believe it's going to be some more times. They're going to go at it. You can best believe that. Y'all see anything right in what Shayla said to her? And do you think Denisha wrong? And it's serious, bringing a son over to her house, having children involved in this mess. Shayla, you just as bad. Nisha, you just as bad. Anthony just as bad. Everybody in this circle bad. Everybody making a point could make a point, but still be wrong too. You can make a valid point, but you got some mess with your stuff. Shayla, you can understand because you did invade in a married man's space, and it was a mess. And you would have probably drove your point home better if you had said, "This is a weird dynamic. This situation isn't healthy for your son because he can get hurt very well as you because Anthony not divorced yet." And I can say this because I got myself involved with him when he was married, and it was bad and wrong on my part because that was my best friend. And that was wrong. And I'm going to sit up here as a woman and say I was dead wrong for that. And we had a child out of that bad situation. But he's a blessing and I love him. But I'm trying to tell you from what I know. I put myself in a situation thinking I was going to get another woman's husband, and it didn't work out that way. I think you need to learn from my mistake if you don't want that same outcome. Straight up. Shayla should have said it like that if she really wanted to hit home and made her point. Because now they're looking at you like who you want to talk. Pot calling the kettle black. But it is what it is. Shayla ain't gonna say all that though. She ain't gonna say all that because she coming from a place of jealousy as well. Even though she made a point, you know, you wanted this situation. You wanted Anthony to keep coming after you. he's not there. And this family dynamic is something that Shayla wanted with Iman and Kai and his 2 children. And she never really got that. You know, he came and played with him a little bit, but she never got to meet his children. Never got to meet him. But Anthony, here he is with his child and hers. And Shayla feeling some kind of way. All right, put in the comments what y'all think about this. You think they're going to blows one day? You think Angelina going to come in head to head with Denisha? I can't wait for that day. Get in there. Let me know what you're talking. Let me know what you think about this. Let's talk. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Peace. And we out.